Just quit fighting.
Separate us.
All right. So this commercial first aired about 20 years ago now, but can we remember, anyone here remember it? It had really pitiful looking dogs behind wire caged fences, and it was had this Sarah McLachlan song playing over it, and it made everyone really sad. So yeah, I'm getting nods. Everyone does remember this commercial. And the point of it was the ASPCA was trying to get money for their organization, and obviously it was very effective because we remember it still today, and there's memes all over the internet about it. And so no offense to the ASPCA, but I really think this was a missed opportunity for them. They could have created a mutually beneficial solution that would have benefited both the dogs and the people watching this commercial. And I'm talking about dog adoption. And as a person who has personally adopted a rescue dog, I can tell you all of the amazing benefits to this. And so today I'm going to be talking about how dog adoption is the gift that keeps on giving. You get to save a life, and then you also benefit from it. I'm going to talk about how our shelters are currently full, and what the adoption process is like, and the benefits that we receive from adopting a dog. So let's start with talking about the state of our shelters. And we live in this post-pandemic era, and what's happening across the nation actually is shelters are actually full. They're overcrowded. More and more people are surrendering or dumping their dogs. And it's got to the point where the Los Angeles Times actually did an investigative piece on it, and they theorized different reasons why this is happening. And some of those reasons are people are returning to work in person as they feel like they don't have time for their dogs anymore. And then the other part of it is just this economy that we're living in. People are struggling financially, and they feel like they can't take care of their dogs. And this isn't just happening in these big metro areas like Los Angeles. It's happening in our own backyard. The Fort Wayne Press recently released an article saying that our local rescue here in Hayden, the Companions Animal Center, actually put out a statement that they are at capacity. They can no longer take any more owner surrenders, and they can no longer even help our animal control and take in dogs that need homes. And what happens when this happens is there's these perfectly healthy dogs that, even though the rescue might be a no-kill shelter, the animal control facilities that are taking these dogs in, when they reach capacity, they end up having to euthanize perfectly healthy dogs that just need a loving home. And so what can we do about this? And the short answer is adopt a dog. So does anybody can even think of any concerns they might have with adopting a dog? Shannon.
Aggressive towards cats and chickens.
Okay. Anybody else?
Have you had any experience with that?
Yeah, not knowing their history, whether they've been
Okay.
potentially abused.
Okay. And maybe like their behaviors because of that.
Yeah, pre-learned behaviors.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with, I don't know where they came from and what
Yeah.
experiences they had.
Exactly. And that's a really good, these are all valid concerns. And so I want to explain what the adoption process is like, and I think it'll address all of those concerns. You see, and the best way I can think to describe it is the art of online dating. So what happens when you go to adopt a dog is you scroll through different doggy profiles. I personally love little Bosco here, and I'm trying to convince my husband that we need a third dog. But you find the dog that you are attracted to, and then you put an inquiry in with the rescue. And they send you back a survey, and it's actually a lot more invasive than any dating profile that you have ever seen. And what they do is they ask you what your house is like, what your work hours are like, what your family's like. Do you have children in the home? Do you have pets? Do you have chickens in your home that might be hard to interact with a reactive dog? Because what happens is before they even release that dog up for adoption, they do temperament testing and they do health evaluations. They go through and they figure out what really is going to be beneficial for this animal. And so once you put in what your world is like, what your lifestyle is like. Maybe you are a super athletic person and you go running multiple times a week and you want a current companion with that. Or do you want a couch potato that you can Netflix and chill with? These are all things to take in consideration, and a good rescue will take these things in consideration before they even allow you to match with that dog. And once they do decide you are a match, it's time to set up your first date. You get to go meet in person with that dog, and if it all works out, you get to finalize it and you pay a small adoption fee. The really amazing thing about that adoption fee is that it's a lot less than what normal people would pay for a purebred puppy, and it also pays towards pretty much your first year of healthcare for that dog. It goes towards the spay and neuter and vaccinations for that entire first year of your ownership of that dog. So let's say you did all those things, you got your new soulmate, and you're riding off into the sunset. Is that it? No, there are still more benefits to come. The first of those benefits is security. Now, your dog does not have to be aggressive or trained in protection to offer you security. In fact, the KSW news station out of Oregon a couple years ago did a study where they actually went into a prison and they interviewed 86 different inmates who are incarcerated for robbery. And what they asked was, what would deter them from breaking into a home? Across the board, the number one deterrent was a dog barking in the home. And to the point that many of them said that it was an absolute deal breaker. They would not break into a home if there was a barking dog in there. So you do not need an aggressive dog or a dog trained in protection to give you the benefit of security. The next benefit we have is our physical health benefits. Dogs, even if you have the Netflix and chill couch potato dog, they still probably require some kind of exercise. So when they require the exercise, you're probably exercising too, at least at the minimum walking them. And the exercise is really good for you. In fact, Harvard Health put out a report saying that dog owners typically have lower instances of blood pressure, lower cholesterol, and an overall just more healthy than non-dog owners. And it benefits not even just you, but your family and even your marriages, because the great Elle Woods said in Legally Blonde that exercise gives you endorphins, endorphins make you happy, and happy people do not kill their husbands. Speaking of happy people, let's talk about the mental health benefits that come along with dog ownership. Dogs may give us joy. They entertain us unendingly. They offer constant companionship and loyalty. That same Harvard Health report said that dog owners are actually less prone to feeling lonely, and their stress levels are a lot lower than people who don't own dogs. And this is also a benefit for children. That same report said that children who are even just around dogs are often feeling more calm and more secure. And we know this in the school district as well, as we have started implementing a facility dog program. I hope to wrap things up today, and I hope you guys understand the benefits of dog adoption. And I hope you understand it truly is the gift that keeps on giving. You get to save a life, you get to help out your local shelter, you get the awesome personal benefits of security, better physical health, and better mental health. Behind me, I have projected the contact information for some local adoption agencies and rescues. There's also a really awesome restaurant that you can go and eat some amazing food and interact with the adoptable animals. So go on, and it's time to meet your new best friends. Thank you.
Yay!
Are there any questions or responses?
Where's this restaurant?
It is in Spokane, and they work with the Spokane Humane Society. And you can go in, schedule some time. They have a different puppy room, and it sounds like you can even interact with them on the floor.
They have puppies.
Right? I really want to go, but I know that I need to go with probably my husband or someone that will tell me no, or I will come home with some animals.
Is that strictly just to adopt a dog at that restaurant, or can you take your animals?
I don't think you can take your
Okay.
own to interact with them, but yeah, you can go. They do brunch there too, so I think I want to do a brunch day.
You're gonna end up with a dog.
Probably. The problem is I got two. I keep my hands full for sure. All right. Thank you.
Yay, good job.
Thank you.